Welcome. This is Crimey Queen. If you're joining us for the first time, this is the channel where we get excited about love. This is where we ignite that which dwells from within us, that which comes alive, makes us smile, makes us laugh. Hence, we say the crimson light is life. So, the crimson light is our journey to actualizing self love. We are having fun with words and numbers. We are working with the number 9. Of course, September is the ninth month. We have been looking at the word rapture, which also equals 9. We have been looking at words like true, true equals 10, but we have been looking at words like real as well. That equals 9. Love equals 9. Money equals 9. Lots of wealth equals 9. I think wealth does, or I may be mistaken on that one, but world equals 9, and whole, the word you can make me whole again equals 9. Okay, so let's look at rapture a little bit more. We saw the word, we could get the word true from rapture, and this is just lovely, really. And it's the idea that we can just look at a word and know through the numerical values too, its construct, that it consists of those other functions, like the word true. Why would we say a rapture isn't true? It is true. It's got that true essence of whatever is going to happen when someone impregnates, a man impregnates a woman. Do we say it's not true? No. Whether she's happy with it or not, or he's happy with it or not, do we say it's not untrue? No. It's true. Okay. All right. So the other thing that I thought was very amazing with all this rapture going on, talk of rapture really, we've done we've seen that this word September constitute 9 letters as well. So that I thought was very amazing. Another thing that, oh, this is really amazing. I'm going to have to look at the other names of the month and see if anything happens like that. There's what I see. There's what I see. Let's use some contrast for that. There is Eve, hair, hair, and hair. And that is in the middle of each 3, because there are 3 sections to the word September. Now that's amazing. So the word rapture that we have been working with, and we have examined here in our template, is offering very explicit truth, which is what I'm going to say here, because there we have 3 5s right here. 3 5s. This is the new. Each of these letters have the numerical value for of 5. Of course, 5 here, and we have 3 5s. That's amazing, because the word September has 9 letters, as is the word sacrifice. Now this is the rapture is in relation to the story of Jesus. It perhaps is conveying a message that I ought to look at this at closer with closer examination. This is really yes, there's more, there's a lot being said here. Okay, so we have the 3 15 here. We also have the 9, as I say. It also presents the open eye, like so, meaning that this is 9, this I, the letter I, which has the eye literally open. Let's put a let's make sure this eye can see. Okay, so there is an I here, and like it was the word I equals 8, but it's also 9. Okay, we have established that on many different presentations. So let's just play with this because we are having fun. So there we see, if we have one here, just looking at the letters and their values away from the E's. So we have 9 here, like we have true, like true is being revealed in this word of September 1-9, because there's the thing, when we look at the beginning and the end of something, it tells us, it gives us that message. We know the word beginning equals 9, and of course we often use 1 as beginning, but 1 and 9 is showing that trueness. There's true happening here. It's like the polarities, or when we what we learn about rapture, for instance, is that something disastrous has to happen for something good to happen. This is the makeup of our world. This is why the word shame has been derived, has been constructed as well. Or the element, I should say, of shame has been constructed. You go through that shame to find your true nature. Okay. So let's look at this is 7 and 2. So there is a 9 here as well, and 4 and 2 is 6. So that's rather interesting. So this is what I have been talking about. 6 is where one becomes it means impregnation to me, because that's what we are. We are number 6, and that's why we had been given the command from God in Genesis of chapter 2, I think it is, where God said, it could have been 1, but where God said, multiply, replenish, fulfill, have dominion, and all the earth. I have given you all of those things. So if all of those things were given to us, we are impregnated with those things. Hence, we are number 6. We were created on the 6th day, meaning everything that was already created then becomes part of who we are. Hence, God said, I have given you all of those things. And all those things are in our DNA, or part of who we are, our spirit. So this is the 6. So there we are. There's a presentation of that 1 to 9, which is true, which is 9, the true aspect of a thing. It's presented to us, and it's according to our perception of what sense we want to make of it, whether we see it as negative or positive, or whether we see it as both here, and we decide, okay, we have had enough of what we call negative, or the 1, then we would hold on to the circle and then manipulate, because the circle is a little bit softer, or looks flexible. We can break away from the circle, and we can make it form things. So basically, I'm just saying this for reference sake. And there we are impregnated, and there we birth. So we birth, it's the cycle. So in September, that month of September here, for instance, it's showing, it's like the word, it's like the word beginning. It actually is like the word beginning, where in the word beginning we have these 5s and these 9s. We have about 3 5s, or 5 5s, or we have a lot of 5s in beginning. And but we have it right here. Okay, so this is 5 5. There's 1 2 3 4 4 5s in beginning, and we have 1 2 2 9s. So the eyes here, 2 9s in beginning, and we have 7s, 2 7. So basically, the 2 7s as well is a representation of our wholeness too. And the beehive, of course, this is where it's like it's whatever is happening, it's requiring our participation of agreement right here. Okay, so that's what we are seeing is transpiring here. So let's look at September. There's 5 and 5 and 5. Okay, so we have 3 5s in September. Now I do go on about the number 5, but I have it's only of a few years back that I realized that the month of September and October had been very transformational months in my year. They were the months where I would go through profound transformation. So there I am now seeing the 3 5s, and I was wondering about that. And only of last year, I believe I started to make some connection with the number 9. But now I am having the opportunity to look at the construct of September even closer. Yes, and as I say, where there is 159 or 519, those numbers are very significant, because these are the vibrational energy that goes to the heart. When we do the numerical value, or we do the word heart, HEART, hair, the air that we listen with, the air is 519, and I'm not so sure that it really matters of the order that it comes in, but it's there anyway, because it's like the word would be forming like a circle. You could say that, because 1, here we see 1. This is what I mean about how 9 is formed. So there's 1 here. That could have been a 0, but it's tucked. The 1 has kissed that 0 here. So let's add the numerical value. So this is 3 5s, 15. That's 15. And 10, that's 25. And 25. And 6, 31. And 9 is 40. So that's 4. So basically, I am getting the message here with that 4, like we have been doing. That's what that 4 is about. It's about our cross. It's about what cross we are going to bear. It's about the north-south, our north, our south, our east, and our west. So that's what that rapture is about. It's taken into consideration, and of course when we add all of these together, like if we add 1 to 4, we have done this, add numbers 1 to 4 comes to 10. So that's what we are going to be faced with, the true aspect of what is. Of course, when we say what is, is equals 9. This is what we are talking about. 9 and 1. That is 9 and 1. So that's what is going to be happening. We are having to take into account what is. What is, and I believe that's what the rapture is about. But there is certainly a lot of correlation and connection with what people are talking about here in this numerical sense. And I'm quite fascinated with that as well. Okay, so have I added, yes, this is 40. Now 40 as well, because this is in relation to the story of Christ. The 40 would also denote the 40 days and 40 nights in the desert. Christ praying and fasting for 40 days and 40 nights. That would be present hair. That would also reflect with the children of Israel going into the promised land, which lasted 40 days and, well, 40 years, sorry, 40 years, okay, or before they really got to the promised land, 40 years, something thereabout. So we see the number 4, of course, which is directional again. And here Christ also did speak about, I am the way, the truth, and the light. So when we done the numerical value for way, that was 40, or for 4. This is 5, 5, 1, 7. So that's 12, 13. So 1 and 3. So we see when Christ speaks about I am the way, I am. Again, he's talking about the 9 and 5. He's saying I am, and he's talking about this. So beginning and end is always taking us to partnership, fellowship, and bonding and agreement and harmony here. And of course, when we talk of the West as well, that equals 13 or 31 West. So we have done all the directions. This is 2, 1, 5, 5. Okay, so it's 13. And the word Father. And the word presence, because presence is everywhere. So I have done this. So the word presence, Presence. We can do the numerical value, just that I don't want to take too long doing this. This is 3, 5, 5. As I say, although where those 5s are, this is 5, 10, 15, 18, and 1, 5, 9. So 18, that's 28, and 5 and 7, 28 and 12. Let's do it this way. 28, I think I've done this. This is, yes, 40. That's correct. So basically, presence is everywhere. And that's what, of course, we are talking about. Okay. So, so September, there is going to be the rapture everywhere. Everywhere in the 4 corners of the earth. Now, whatever that is, we need to remember, if the stories are about our internal selves, because in fact, this really makes sense. Because when we do the numerical value, the children of Israel were given the promised land. They were led to the promised land. The word promised equals 9. We have done this. And land is 3, 1, 5, 4. This is 9 and 10 and 3, 13. They were promised, this is the promised land. So this is what we have been going on about. That's what the rapture is about, to get to the promised land, to harmonize, to agree, to to shake hands, to harmonize, to find partnership, to of course. And before we can do all of that, we must know what we are taking to the table, so to speak, like it was the Last Supper. Hey, this is what the representation of Christ is. So there we are on 19 minutes, and I'm trying to keep these bite sizes. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you get the essence of this. So it's the 9th month. It's the 9 letters, and we see how the 5s and the 6s and the 6s and the 9s are in the word of September, where there is birth and where there is impregnation. So it's like the word beginning is also entailed in that September month, and the B in the BER, of course, is also very significant, like the 13. So the word September is presenting a lot of essence in it. So I hope you have found this enlightening. If you have any comments, please feel free to leave your comments. Do like, subscribe, and share, because this is how we do it. We share to actualize in self-full love. Stay blessed, stay bright, be a field, be ignited with number 3, because we are planting new seeds. Namaste and spill over with love. Love you.